For the first time tonight, the community heard a public discussion on the ongoing budget issues plaguing the Clark County School District. Crisis in the Classroom investigative reporter Tiffany Lane was there for the board meeting and has more on what she learned.
Now, there are two budget issues at hand here. We're looking at a potential $11 million budget deficit at the central level, and then we're also talking about significant changes to the school's individual budgets that in some cases are causing schools to cut some staff and programs. Tonight, weeks after we learned about the possible deficit, we heard a presentation from the interim superintendent, Dr. Brenda Larson-Mitchell, and the district's interim CFO and chief strategy officer. Let's start with what we learned regarding the central budget deficit. Two issues that were cited for that potential deficit were increased cybersecurity and litigation expenses in the millions. Now, Larson-Mitchell said tonight that the district will try to absorb those costs using an unassigned ending fund balance, which is the amount of money left over in the budget after all expenses have been paid. Now, as far as the issues on the school level, here are two issues the district found. An 8% salary increase for teachers was not reflected in the spring budgets, and inaccurate data was used for at-risk funding for schools. Now, this has led to impacts to some schools in the hundreds of thousands, and some say the district tonight was downplaying the severity.
It's a slap in the face to say that we need to stop using the word crisis. Again, no disrespect to Trustee Johnson, but it is a crisis. When you tell those teachers who have after-school tutoring programs that are trying to change from a one-star school up their rating, how can you do that if you've already cut their feet from under them, where they no longer have that, where they don't have that extra tutoring that those kids desperately need?
During the meeting, there were also questions about when the district learned about the changes to the school budgets. Here's the response from interim superintendent Larson-Mitchell.
We knew, in spring, due to salary increases, which our employees deserve, that we were going to be tight, including unanticipated expenses such as litigation and cybersecurity expenses. And then as the team got in there to, start the closeout process and year-end closeout, there were large swings.
The question, what are the solutions moving forward to minimize the chance of being in a similar situation? District leadership said there are steps being taken, including having meetings with principals when they release spring allocations and provide them access to their budgets to see if there are any mistakes or changes that need to be made. The district is also looking at the process of checking the budget at the central level.
There has been an insufficient level of checks and balances, specifically when it comes to in between departments and divisions in the district related to the strategic budget development.
And even after tonight, I'm hearing from several community members that they still have more questions into the budget. We do know that there will be further discussion possibly on the October 24th board meeting, and we will provide more updates. For News 3, I'm Tiffany Lane. Back to you.